knocked out the money section. We already talked about that. We knocked out the credit card and debit card section. Okay, let's go on down here to banking. But before we do so, it is time for a couple jokes. Okay, because I also heard, hey, try to be funny. Try to sell some jokes, entertain us. Kids want to be entertained. Okay, I'll do what I can. So I got a couple jokes here. They're terrible. I'm just going to warn you right now. I mean, you can mute it if you want to, but they are terrible. Okay, but let's go for it. All right, so what is the strongest day, or what are the strongest days of the week? Well, there's Saturday and Sunday. Why, you ask? Because all the other days are weekdays. Oh, God. All right, let's move on to the next one. What concert costs 45 cents? 50 cents featuring Nickelback. Yeah, that just happened. Okay, let's move on. Banking. Yes. Okay, what's better to follow up corny jokes? Talking about banking. Awesome. All right. When we talk about banking, we got to look at our banking PowerPoint first and foremost. We really didn't have any homework assignments over banking. It was just the PowerPoint and then the project. So there's no homework to go over to make sure you got things right. It's just basically how you did on your banking project and how well you understood it. Banks are pretty easy to understand if you ask me, okay? What do they do? I think we all have a pretty good grasp on that. Safe place to keep your money. They use deposits to make loans. Okay, you need to know that. They offer all kinds of services that you all researched this last week. Why keep your money in the bank? We'll go over those 5 here in a second. Let's skip that for right now. Definitely know the difference between a bank and a credit union. This is an old PowerPoint, so forget about the thrift. Don't worry about that. This is slightly different than the PowerPoint I gave you, so I'm actually going to pause it and pull that PowerPoint up. Hold on a second. Okay, that's more like it. Whoa, hey, how about that magic? I can suddenly just change PowerPoint like a click. Awesome. Modern technology. Sweet. Okay, so you definitely want to know the difference between a bank and a credit union. They're both financial institutions, but they have some different characteristics and things that make them just slightly different one from the other. Make sure you know the difference between those two. You can read through the text and figure that out. Alright, some basic banking terminology. I think, deposit, withdrawal, balance, fees. I think you all understand that. The only one that's a little different here is the overdraft. Make sure you know how that works. Make sure you know what that is. Taking too much money out of a checking account. And the overdraft, spending more money than they have, is usually associated with an overdraft fee. Hey, that worked out kind of nice. Overdraft fee. A charge for taking out more money than you have, because banks typically don't like you taking out more money than you have. Get it? Alright, moving on, deposits, checking accounts, savings accounts. Once again, I think you know the basics of that. You're pretty sharp, so I don't even think we covered that. Let's move on down. Okay, why is it important to keep track of your checking account? Make sure you know that too, okay? Why is it important to keep your balance and to know exactly how much money you have in the bank at all times? So take a look at that as well. Once again, magic, news slide. Wow, how about that? Okay, so once again, this is one of the things that, and I think I say once again a lot in this video, but oh well, it happens. One of the things that kids did last 9 weeks that really kind of bit them a little bit is they ignored this slide. This was a handout I gave you and I wanted you to look at. And we didn't really focus on this a ton in the bank research project, so take a look at it. Make sure you know it. In particular, know this one. This is important. The FDIC insurance, okay? The security of a bank. The fact that even if the bank goes out of business, even if they squander all your money, if they burn to the ground, if the bank gets robbed, you will get your money back, okay? If it's less than $250,000. FDIC, Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. That's government insurance on your account, okay? But also know that we keep money in the bank, obviously, for the safety, the vault and the cameras and all that stuff, for the convenience of being able to access our money at all times, and also having our money simply directly deposited into our checking or savings account. That's awesome. The cost keeps costs low, and it builds your financial future. So make sure you focus on those. Okay, and we have one last video to entertain you during this time. Once again, just cute animals. You can't beat it. Winning combination. We got the very last one, getting away from the cats, because I'm not a big cat guy, but mice, they're fun too. Let's check it out. Surprise mice. Whoa! Come on, that's awesome. I know they're just showing the same clip over and over again, but that's awesome. I think it didn't show that well, but let's watch that again. Let's move back. Right about here. Okay. Come on, that is awesome. Love funny animals. Who doesn't? Okay, so looking at the banking section, the 5 reasons why people keep their money in the banks, we covered that. Highlight it. Done. Okay, the differences between banks and credit unions. Boom. Got it. Differences between checking accounts and savings accounts. You better know that. Why do we keep money in the checking account? And the positive and negative aspects of a bank. Now, the positive and negative aspects of the bank you should have gotten during your research. Okay, I had you take down a PowerPoint slide on that, and it should have been in your research for the banking project, so you should know that fairly easily. Okay, current events. All right, once again, this needs to be changed again because I changed it up a little bit, did something a little different. But it's the 10 questions from, I want to say, Friday on class. If that's in class, we talked about the national debt. 1 second. Okay, here we go. Magic. Woo! Once again, awesome. All right, here's an important thing for the test. You guys need to memorize all these numbers. Kidding! I'm joking, of course. That's just not gonna happen, not probable, not even important, okay? But there are 3 things I want you to look at, and they're on our board, although they won't be on our board on Thursday or Friday. Alright? You need to know the national debt, okay? Which is $16.839 trillion right now, and it won't be that on Thursday or Friday. It's continuing to grow. As a matter of fact, our national debt went up $1 billion since school went out. So we got that going for us, which is nice. Awesome. Great. I'm so excited. $1 billion more worth of debt. It's great. Beside the point, okay? You also need to know what our spending is, $3.5 trillion. You need to know what our revenue, how much we're bringing in is 2.5. And know the importance of these numbers. We talked about it a little bit. And know what would happen if we just decided to print off the money to pay that debt off. Can we do that? Is it an option? We talked about that. You should know the answer. Alright, so know those facts. Know the debt, the revenue, spending. Okay, if we go back to our study guide, okay, that covers current events. Alright, now as you can see, all these what to know sections are all highlighted. We covered it all in this short video, short being about almost 20 minutes. Hopefully I didn't put anyone to sleep. You're saying, oh my gosh, we didn't go over the terms of vocabulary. What are we going to do? We don't know the terms of vocabulary. Well, if you studied all of that, you probably went over all of these. You can eliminate those as well, so you're in good shape. If you went over that, if you've studied it, if you know it frontwards, backwards, upside down, and in Chinese, then you're in good shape. If not, study some more, okay? Well, don't study too hard because we have iStep right now, so take it a little easy. You have permission to take it a little easy because we are doing the 2-day test, but if you know all this stuff, you're in good shape, so don't freak out on me, alright? If you have any questions, make sure to shoot me a message on My Big Campus. Yeah, let me always stay in contact on My Big Campus, or just come up and ask me during class. That works too. Okay. Before we leave, 2 more jokes. I've got to do it. I told you I'd entertain you. You can stop now if you want, but you're never gonna know what those 2 jokes are. So you might want to tough it out just for a few more seconds. All right. What do you call a pencil without lead? Pointless. Get it? Pointless? Alright. And the last one. Why did Cleopatra fall off the swing? Because Cleopatra's dead. Come on, guys. Alright. Enjoy studying. Have a good one.